so perfectly asked 10 points for that one point. And you see, making him agree to take initiation and what is the potency of a devotee, both you can prepare from that point. I will tell you, once Guruman told me, because I see you talk so much and questions on questions. Guruman told me, I can take everybody back to Godhead, but it's tough to take Tusti. One you and one Mataji. Bora, he is male version of that Mataji. I cannot take Mataji name, but he is like that. A two-point disciple. But I said, he is so much perfect in asking so many things, and what met once Guru Maharaj and center in that point. And he has so much faith and so much about Guru's faith. You can, when you speak to him personally, you can judge okay, how much he does, and how much is rapport, how much is in coordination with Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj used to joke, once we were traveling together from Malkote, Guru Maharaj was taking prasad in car. I was driving, he was sitting backside. My son Devasri was serving from back. So Guru Maharaj got one big green chili. So he took out and Tusti Mohan, this is for you Mahaprasad. And he is a radnik of chili. He does not even green chili or red chili or even pepper also. He said, Guru Maharaj, this one chili like a missile to me. So, I cannot hear there is missile. It was like a missile. Well, Guru Maharaj carried a car. That is nuclear missile. Nuclear missile. You remember full, I remember half. Certain things I remember, certain things no. So I want, because in between come, this is the kind of my dear friend Tusti Mohan. I request few words to our Lakshmi to say about Kevin. Okay, 1 minute I will tell. I was going, he does not know much of philosophy, frankly tell you. But when I heard his last class, I heard only his one class, in Jagannath Mandir only, old temple. His class was so deep, philosophy. I was amazed after listening his class. And our Lakshmi,
he's activating the mind.
he spoken to me personally, it told me how much deep realization his knowledge is there. I asked our Lakshmi and my godmother to speak to us.
I have problem in the resonance, in the echo, because my writing capacity were affected.
Switch off, let us switch off, then it won't be good.
Hare Krishna. Actually, I feel very fortunate. Around 7-8 years ago, you kindly actually took the Bhagavatam class in our old ISKCON Seshanri from temple. So from that time, I had been remembering you and I had been leading to our management to bring you here again. Actually, just I will add only 2 lines, I will stop. What struck in my heart is that it was summer time, there was a power break and it was going on for 1.5 hours. None of the audience went away. Prabhuji came to show the time outside. You said, what? I don't understand. Then Uncle Kesa Prabhuji came, both said, again half an hour more, class went on. So it went for 2 hours, but the class was so good, it was so spiritually enlivening that it was very I felt very satisfied in my heart. So from that time, around 7-8 years ago, few of the things you said, whoever gives the class here, you should not thank them, you should congratulate them. You mentioned those things, but I remember those. Yeah. So because it struck my heart, those are some of the things, and the class was very deep. the distinctive thing which I remember was, I felt that this is a devotee who is fully determined to go back to Godhead in this life. I don't have any qualifications to judge like that, but that was my feeling. I'm just loudly sharing my feeling, and it is an infectious disease. As Srila Prabhupada said, it is infectious disease. I want to be infected by that disease. And I am fortunate, I'm feeling very privileged and fortunate to be here, just seeing you, such devotees, as Prahlad Maharaj is described as Brahmanya Sila Sampanna Satya Sambho Jinendriya. That Brahmanya, Srila Prabhupada translates that, who is determined to know the absolute truth, or determined to achieve absolute truth. So, that glimpse I see, I cannot quantify because I am not any just beginner, so I cannot know, but those are my heart, feeling from my heart. Hare Krishna. Very privileged to be here.
I will add one thing. He is angry with me. He is not coming from temple from few months actually. Only 2 months, 3 months. But to listen to your talk, he has come actually. So that is a greatest for me.
My years of prayers are fulfilled.
Jai, Jai, Jai. Prabhu, 1 minute. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Oh, no, it's okay. Yes.
Arrival of
2 mics may not
Arrival of
Tusti Mohan Prabhu.
only one.
And lightly.
Grace Tusti Mohan Prabhu. Let us chant Lord Hare Krishna for Prabhu is to welcome. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Can you please, Prabhu,
Prabhuji, very well.
You ask me, actually,
can you please repeat? Repeat that you will come to Yes.
Hare Krishna. So let us welcome Grace Tusti Mohan Krsna Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The planned program was Prabhuji will start speaking on Bhagavatam for half an hour and then Guru Maharaj's glories. But the time is already past 12:50, so Prabhuji will directly start explaining Guru Maharaj's glories for another 1 hour. Then some people came their names last week to glorify Guru Maharaj. They can come and glorify Guru Maharaj. The ark will close slowly. I will not have Jagannath to come today. This is the last week we dedicate for the glorification of Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
I am sorry.
Hare Krishna.
Today is my day. I am sorry. Today is my day. You are all living here. You can glorify at any time. I will tell you one thing. I will tell you, Prabhu. Last year, Yasapui, I was in Guru Maharaj's normal birthday visit. Suran Kalenda birthday in Vrindavan, 9th of April, where 6,000 people, and I spoke. And then I went to Nepal and I couldn't come back because my visa wasn't ready for the 20th. And there were 15 speakers enlisted at Kathmandu temple. Only to speak, and I spoke on behalf of 13. They said, oh, Krishna sent Tusti Mohan to talk about Guru Maharaj, so we don't want to talk, we just want to hear. So today, Bangalore Valas, you please listen, don't talk. Today is a listening festival.
and who are not here today, they are missing something.
They are the losers. But I'm very much happy and fortunate. In many things I'm fortunate. And not justly because I forgot, I lost the capacity to memorize the slokas and verses and I don't know. It's just that when someone reads any verse from the Bhagavatam or the Gita, one can elaborate because, ladies and gentlemen, I have been serving a Mahabhagava who is the Bhagavatam personified. So today I'm going to talk about this personality with your permission and with respect to all Yes or yes?
Yes.
As I say, no option for the no. Hare Krishna. I just recorded this intro because I want to show it to my some that not Guru Maharaj secretary, so they get jealous. So I just play the role of Maya to see how deep Maya can go.
Actually,
I had the good fortune yesterday to give class. What is the name of Koram Mula? Koram Mangala. And it was amazing. I have something special. Please, can I talk with ego, with all modesty and the required humility? But I just give you lectures, and once in a while. But each lecture, it's a strike, and it rocks. And people always, there is some, even karmis, they say, oh, you said one statement, I cannot forget you. You said me something, one thing, and I cannot forget you. This is the blessing of Guru Maharaj and the blessing of Prabhupada to give you some spiritual intelligence that at a certain point you affect people positively. I remember one devotee from Los Angeles, he read on WhatsApp, on Instagram, one comment from a very prominent, one of the most prominent chefs in the whole Far East, is Malaysian. And the queen, the Sultana of Pahang, one of the queens of Malaysia, she invited me, and in my honor, with all modesty, she invited, I think, 9 or 14 people, and he was amongst the guests. And he said how I impacted his life. I like it down, okay, so I can see. Then, this is Guru Maharaj's message. So what happens is that I'm not worried if Guru Maharaj will liberate me. He already liberated me. He already mentioned this 2-3 times. So no need to worry about that. It's like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, you don't need to worry if you are liberated or not. One time Guru Maharaj cursed me because we were in the big kitchen in the year 99 maybe. In the big kitchen, like 1,000 brahmacharis were there. I don't know, I said, okay, I will serve something, Guru Maharaj. I'm not his servant, I'm his secretary, but sometimes I gave him something to eat and it maybe the number was not the right one. And he said, I will curse you. I curse you, you go to hell. Guru Maharaj was serious, but I also was serious. I said, I reject the curse, Guru Maharaj. And then I stood with my humor. I said, make no mistake, whoever is initiated by Jayapataka Maharaj, he will never go to hell. And then Guru Maharaj looked at this. He said, oh, okay, you are right. So we nullified the curse instantly. No curse for Tusti Mohan Krsna Das. Hari Bol. Sorry, because I have been familiar with Guru Maharaj. But today I have 2-3 stories to tell about Bangalore. I just came from that temple, super beautiful, stunning deity of Krishna, Guru Vayor Papa. Oh my God, such a beautiful deity. So I didn't have time to tell the glories of Guru Maharaj, but the glories of Prabhupada with Guru Maharaj. So I just narrated one mystic power of Guru Maharaj, and then while the taxi was coming, I could narrate 2. So tonight I disapprove that you said I came late. I came at the right time that corresponds me to enter. We don't control the time. And I told the temple president there, I apologize. It's not until 9:30, it's until what Krishna wants, and it went until 10:38. So we leave it in the hands of Krishna until when I can go non-stop talking. The good thing here is that there is no need of translation. There, the double of the time because there is translation. Those who speak English, they are more fortunate because they hear the pastime twice, in Kannada and in English. Like happened in Rajanudri, they hear in Telugu and then in English. They were cheating me. They said they don't speak English, but 70%. I said, are you cheaters? They said, no. I said, how you know English? Then you know English. So here is good. I'm happy to be in Bangalore. Bangalore, without myself coming here, it's like my second house after Mayapur.
because the devotees gave me good treatment. It's just that I went through a tough tapasya. Is your wife here? So I stayed with Guru Maharaj at Prabhu's house, and Dayaram, he said, Tusti Mohan, in 1 week he only ate mango, dahi and chapati. Because everything is with nuclear bomb masala. So I cannot handle that. And until today I cannot handle. And just tell you one thing of Guru Maharaj. So one time I flown with Guru Maharaj, although I'm not traveling secretary, a chief secretary, sometimes he takes me to test my tolerance and to advance me. And then we went to Coimbatore, at that time Sarvaishwarya, Bhakti Vinod Maharaj, his name was Sarvaishwarya. They cooked, oh my God, something which unbearable to eat for my tongue. And then Guru Maharaj was looking at it, I was not eating, I was like protesting every time. And what Guru Maharaj did is that he picked up a gigantic chili, green one, like scary. And it says, Tusti Mohan, I promise to you, Madhava Prem, if you swallow this gigantic chili. And I said, Guru Maharaj, the road to hell is easier for me. And I did not take that chili. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I miss Madhava Prem. Krishna Bhagavan, Hari Om Tat Sat. So I cannot start because, I'm connected. At this moment I'm connected. I just sent to Guru Maharaj a video in the temple where I was to the secretaries. I'm planning to tell Haridas, if Guru Maharaj is awake, to tell him I'm here and talking about Guru Maharaj. Let me see, because my phone is full, but let me just tell him. Okay? So Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, this beautiful assembly of Vaishnavas, devotees, most of them your disciples, at Sri Jagannath Mandir, Shedaripuram in Bangalore. Here is Mr. President Anukulya Keshava and the devotees. I'm going to talk about the glories of Srila Prabhupada with your divine grace and so many impressive things that has happened that I have witnessed. So hope this also is fully blessed by you, and hope everything is improving your health and everything. God bless you, Guru Maharaj, and thank you very much. So I'm sending it to the secretary she shows Guru Maharaj, the correspondence secretary. He might be here. Guru Maharaj goes, travels, when he's sleeping, he uses astral voyage, he goes to see where is this, where is that. Guru Maharaj used to tell me, one time he said before going to a meeting, he says, that devotee will say that devotee will talk that in the meeting, but that one is afraid to talk, so he will tell the other to talk on his behalf. Guru Maharaj used to tell me that, some meetings. Anyway, so I would like to, with your permission, maybe to divide. You all know Guru Maharaj, no? Most of you are senior to me even, no? But doesn't mean you are intimate, but what I mean is most of you are senior, no? Who are like from 10 years disciples of Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj? Below 10 years, and who are like below 20 years? Who have less than 20 years as disciples? All of you are more than 20 years. Really? Huh? Less than 20 years. And who are less than 30 years? All of you are more than 33 years disciples. 30 years, sorry. No? Sorry? No, but I mean sheltered, and since those who know recently Guru Maharaj, like they have like 5 years, since 5 years, who are them? Not so many. So I am between senior disciples. 31 years, almost like me. I'm between 32 and 33. I was initiated in 98, but I became disciple in 93, October 21st. 94 January. So, with your permission, I will divide today's class with 4 or 5 narrations of connections between Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada, and then we will talk about Guru Maharaj alone, okay? Because few days back we were in Madurai, some of you were in Madurai, and then in the house of Balaram Govinda Prabhu, Guru Maharaj was blessing online. There was a huge screen with 80 groups who work, some of them directly and some of them affiliates to Balaram Govinda Prabhu's business. And then after, the devotee who, hey, because I love Bangalore, I put a new dhoti and new kurta, just acquired. Do I look handsome? Okay. I used to ask Guru Maharaj, you say, oh, very handsome. But only when I shave and put myself good and everything. Anyway, are you okay, happy with me, comfortable? Anyone has ill feelings towards me and he doesn't like me? Because then I have to have a therapy. All are favorable to me? Okay. Are you favorable? Okay. Because he has the control. Then here, I want to divide that because I feel that everything that we talk about Guru Maharaj is a lecture by itself. But that devotee, he monitored, or he controlled the 80 locations. He says, Guru Maharaj, please, before you go, please, I have the video which I can share with you. I made a poem about you, and I want to sing that poem to you. Then Guru Maharaj stayed, and he heard the poem. Then he asked Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj says, I like the poem, but where is Prabhupada? Prabhupada's name is not there. You see how big are these words. You see how loyal is Guru Maharaj to Prabhupada. Now you will understand when I talk from where Guru Maharaj has so much energy, so much potency, so much bhakti shakti that reaches the level of unconceivable. You get my point? So that's why I will not talk about Guru Maharaj before talking about Prabhupada. Actually, in 2 occasions, Vyasa Puja, I stood up, I said, Guru Maharaj, with your permission, I will not glorify you. I will glorify your Gurudev. And at that time, Pragosh was EBC chairman. He says, oh, your offering was far better than me. Well, spiritually I'm better connected. Sorry, with all humility I say that. And then what I said is, I glorified Prabhupada, I glorified Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and at the end said, because you are a great Acharya, you have protected and you can make from your very dear disciple a great Acharya. Nadev and Lord Bhamanadev are here, no? And Giriraj is here. And Gaur Nitai, Nitai Gaurasundar. Nitai Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. So whatever I will speak, I am in front of Krishna, in front of Nishingadev. I cannot lie. No speculation. Invent, you cannot lie. You have to be precise and accurate. Yes or yes? Thank you, Prabhus. So, in that mood that Guru Maharaj has with Prabhupada, I want to start in that mood. Because one time, You know, I'm very intimate to Guru Maharaj. I ask him so many questions. I'm the person who have broke all the records, asked questions to Guru Maharaj. From the most intimate questions that a person can ask till the public question. It reached a level that 5 years back, I asked everyone to leave Guru Maharaj's room. I said, Guru Maharaj, I want to ask you something very confidential. This and this and this and that. And he says, Prabhupada doesn't want me to tell you. Just imagine. I said, why? He says, Prabhupada doesn't like that these things will be known. But few years back, he told me, maybe we can talk about that later. And one time in Vrindavan, I was reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I asked a very intimate question to Guru Maharaj. Very powerful, intimate question. Because he has allowed me to enter in his intimate leelas in one way or another. And then I ask him these questions. He sees them normal. He doesn't see me as like an outsider asking. No. He sees it's normal. Okay, Tusti Maharaj, this question is okay. He says, you read the 11th canto and then I will reply. But I felt that he will not tell me. I have to wait for the right moment to extract that knowledge from Guru Maharaj. Not everything Guru Maharaj knows, but day by day Krishna reveals to him. Similarly, Prabhupada, like 50 years back when he was writing, he didn't know what he knew the last year. Because Prabhupada used to read his book, says, oh, I wrote this. Krishna is empowering. Similarly, Guru Maharaj, day by day, Krishna reveals to him mystic, esoteric, profound, deep knowledge. And the most intimate moment of Guru Maharaj with the deities is when he's chanting the Gayatri mantra. That moment you can catch Guru Maharaj and see what he will say. That moment you can ask a question, or that moment you see where Guru Maharaj was transported. I know nobody who has that depth and connection with Bhagavan at the time of chanting the Gayatri more than Guru Maharaj. It's something amazing. So today I will narrate 2 pastimes of Guru Maharaj after chanting the Gayatri. Okay? Just now a devotee in Rajamundry told me that Guru Maharaj one time he entered to the Godavari river. He chanted the Gayatri, and when he finished, he opened his eyes and he says, this place is non different from the Ganges. You see, this is a revelation. That's what I'm saying, that Krishna reveals to him always day by day. So my class is going to be long, because I don't know if I'm going to be 2-3 more days here. One day I won't be here. If any night I'm free, you would like to come and we sit, we talk about Guru Maharaj, for me there is no problem. It just is 1 crore per day, I don't mind. No, Guru Maharaj is priceless. Not even 1,000 crores is sufficient, because Guru Maharaj's glories are priceless. So, the mood of Prabhupada since day one was very special with Guru Maharaj. Actually, Prabhupada prayed to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada to send him pure devotees to help him in his mission. But today, in the other temple where I was, I always forget names, I said, let me divide the class. Just came to my mind in Rajamundry, I did the same. I said, no, it's working. So I want to divide the class in 2 parts. One part is Prabhupada with Guru Maharaj, and one part is Prabhupada. And you will love, because maybe Anukula Keshava Prabhu doesn't know, and the authorities who were here in 1999, what happened with us at Calcutta airport. That you were missing the flight, but some miracle happened. And the miracle was Acharya Path's miracle. What is this, Prabhu? But this is juice? And what is that? But then you have to put them somewhere. Can I take? No, but can I take, because I am talking with all of them. We could have share. Grape juice?
I don't know, Mahaprasad
Just in 5 minutes I take the other one, so I charge my batteries. I'm very humorous, but Guru Maharaj always reads my mind. Do you think that Guru Maharaj doesn't come sometimes without you knowing? Yeah, I sent the video. Let me send it to Mahabaraha also. And to Srivas, because Srivas sometimes shows Guru Maharaj. About recharging my batteries. One time I had like 1-2 years without seeing Guru Maharaj, and suddenly Guru Maharaj went to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, I don't remember. No, this is after. This is after I talk about Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. I will talk about the miracle of coming here in 1999. Then, but because about recharging batteries, I told one friend in Lebanon that I'm going to recharge my spiritual batteries because I'm going to meet my Guru Maharaj. No one else knew. Ladies and gentlemen, I reached Abu Dhabi, I think, or Dubai, and Guru Maharaj was in a school, big school program. And when I reached, Guru Maharaj was in a room, and he was on his back, the wheelchair one on the back. He didn't see me that I arrived. But you think that he didn't know I arrived. I just reached, I stood at the door, and Guru Maharaj says, Tusti Mohan Krsna is here. He came to recharge his spiritual batteries. I swear before Jagannath, I'm not lying. Maharaj went and knew. One time I wrote to the president of Venezuela that I accept to become a minister, because one time he offered and I rejected because I had my ticket for Tuesday. I remember my ticket by Continental Airlines, and then I was coming to India. So I wrote a letter to him and a copy to his brother. No one knew. I sent a letter, no one knew. I didn't get a reply, but then suddenly I came to India and I met Guru Maharaj at Shantipur festival. And Guru Maharaj was coming from the stage. And I went to see Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj opened his arms. I didn't pay obeisances first because he wanted to hug me first. So Guru Maharaj hugged me, and in front of everybody, "Hey Tusti, did Chavez appoint you minister or not yet?" I couldn't speak. That Guru Maharaj knew that I did that. Means he went, he checked me and all these things. So if he's taking rest, now he's here. So many things. I can sit down hours and hours, but let me please allow me to start from the beginning, just to ground ourselves, to see that super beautiful structure and a building of bhakti, spiritual potency. You look at me. I like you to look at me. I don't know why. I'm giving you that specific thing. Also, I like you to look at me. So don't miss here and there, because maybe you become preachers and you need to know this. I forgot what I was going to say. Hari Om Tat Sat. Yeah, because Prabhupada is building a special structure for Jayapataka Maharaj, so Guru Maharaj can continue that building. So what Prabhupada did is like making the foundation pillars, the real foundation pillars, and he makes them with the best material, with the strongest material, which is unshakable. That's why Guru Maharaj is unshakable in his service to Srila Prabhupada. So what happened, for those who do not know, that Guru Maharaj joined ISKCON during Ratha Yatra. That is why his very deed to Jagannath so dear that he can talk to Lord Jagannath. I'm a witness. I confirm that Guru Maharaj talks to Lord Jagannath. Guru Maharaj talks to Madhava, to Prabhupada, to Jagannath. Two of his God brothers, they confirmed that. I don't know how they knew. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj told in one letter he sent to Guru Maharaj, and then he sent a letter to me. He told Guru Maharaj, our Gurudev Srila Prabhupada instructs no one more than you after his departure. But unfortunately, some of our God brothers do not understand your humor. I have that letter. And one time he sent a letter, Dear Tusti Mohan Krsna Prabhu, I kindly request you to appoint me a traveling secretary of Jayapataka Maharaj, because he is the Maharaj festival #1 in the world. So these things I'm not inventing. I'm talking in front of Nishingadev. All these things are accurate information. You like it, you don't like it, you are against, you are in favor. It doesn't matter. Reality is reality, truth is truth. And nowadays, many of Guru Maharaj's God brothers, they see his caliber. Because one of the people who was not liked too much, he told like few months back, one of my God brothers says, your Guru Maharaj is Superman. We have concluded that Jayapataka Maharaj is Superman. A person with his challenging conditions, that in Madurai his oxygen came down, we could almost suspend his flight. He initiated 400 devotees. A few days back at Gita Bhavan, 400 first initiation and 52nd initiation. And this was the last day before I came. So gradually you will feel proud of having chosen a Nitya Siddha, a very dear disciple of Prabhupada, not only dear, but empowered and selected for the most difficult missions, who Jayapataka Maharaj. You will feel proud of him. When he says he prays to Nishingadev for you, make no mistake, he prays to Nishingadev. Oh my God, I'm now like 20 things are crossing in my mind. There is no time to tell. Okay, I will please pause. One time one of Guru Maharaj's disciples is a teacher in the Gurukul, and she was upset because Guru Maharaj doesn't know her and maybe he doesn't appreciate what she does and all these things because he's too much concentrated with the foreigners. She made that statement in Mayapur. And that statement came to me as Guru Maharaj's secretary, came to me, and everything I tell Guru Maharaj. I never kept anything from Guru Maharaj, never. What happened is that Guru Maharaj told me, I told Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj said, because Harikesh Prabhu left, then he felt the need, along with Gopal Krishna Maharaj, to concentrate too much in the CIS countries, the countries that were Soviet Union and this, so he had to concentrate because devotees were losing faith because Harikesh Maharaj left. So that is why at certain point, people in India or mainly in Mayapur used to see that Guru Maharaj was not giving the time that he used to give before. He told me the reason. But what happened with that teacher, that one time there was an activity at the Prabhupada Samadhi. And then Guru Maharaj was coming. No, I can manage, no worry. Then Guru Maharaj was coming. And what happened is that she, the one who complained, she was close to the Lotus building. Guru Maharaj is coming, he goes to her. And he called her by her name and tell her that I'm so happy with your service in the day school. She fainted. That she made that offense and thinking that Guru Maharaj is not aware of her or her service. You see? So the potency of the Guru is unmeasurable. And when Krishna wants to put the Guru in that position he can make. Prabhu was introducing me, but one time in Miami, in 1993, we were going to Prabhu Raghunath's house. He said, Tusti Mohan, devotees want you to be initiated, but I did not get the recommendation letter. I said, Kumar, no, they won't, but doesn't mean I won't. He says, you are very much demanding. And then we were going in the elevator, he looks at me very seriously and says, Krishna is more demanding than you. I said, it's okay. So, things are like that. Very beautiful. I want to take a few pictures from here and then. If you don't mind, I will send to Guru Maharaj now. So, immediately in 1968, when Prabhupada in Montreal temple see in the class one devotee, one tall devotee says, who is that devotee? They say, Srila Prabhupada, that is Bhakta J. I want to have lunch today with Bhakta J. One of Guru Maharaj's senior god brothers that I interviewed, he says, oh my God, we never had the fortune that Prabhupada asked us to take lunch with him. He told me, Jayapataka Maharaj is like a demigod. We could be 30 or 40 Prabhupada disciples, but when he comes, he steals the show. I have it recorded. He says, when he comes like a demigod hits the earth. Just imagine Guru Maharaj is presiding a Ratha Yatra. Guru Maharaj must be very happy that you have Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra as presiding deities here. Something very special. So Prabhupada picks up Bhakta J to make from him a great preacher. Then all happens in a way that it's unconceivable. See, sometimes you cannot conceive how he is doing that. And then you ask, how Guru Maharaj has this power, why he has this potency. You just go through what I'm going to tell you. So first day, Prabhupada picks him, selects him, bless him, capture his heart, and include him in his elite list. Prabhupada could see. Sometime after, Prabhupada goes to India, and the wife of the temple president of ISKCON Montreal, Guru Maharaj told me, she insisted that Jayapataka Maharaj must get married. Oh women, oh my God. But Guru Maharaj is a sannyas yogi. His mind got disturbed. He couldn't take it. He felt no other option but to write to Prabhupada and tell him. Prabhupada immediately sent a letter and he said, don't get involved with Jayapataka Das Brahmachari. I have a plan for him. I decide what he will do and what he will not do. He created a barrier around him. No one dared to impose any non-authorized rule on Guru Maharaj or desire on anything. He was, with this letter, fully protected. Do you see? First he invites him for a lunch. Upon meeting him, Guru Maharaj meets Ratha Yatra. He is welcomed by Jayananda Prabhu, the first exalted Vaishnava that Prabhupada said about him because he passed away early. Here Prabhupada is protecting Guru Maharaj. Then Prabhupada sent a letter. Who wants to come and join me to create to create ISKCON in India? Those who won't enroll themselves, they wrote, and Guru Maharaj was amongst the first. Guru Maharaj told me, it took me 52 hours to reach India at that time. Because even he boarded one of the military aircraft flight because it was cheap, but there were no anti-compression. This compression air system that the new aircraft had at that time, no. And he says his ears were blowing and it was so disturbing. And then finally he made it to India. And when Guru Maharaj first went to Calcutta, he was staying at His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Rahita Madhav Maharaj's mat. At that moment when Prabhupada goes for the first time to Bombay, you know the story, but I'm just making a chronological order of spiritual support to Guru Maharaj. Then in Bombay, at Netaji Prabhu's father's house, Prabhupada said, I want you to help me to make him a citizen of India. And he says, why you have so many disciples? No, I want him. You see, Prabhupada have selected a person. He start injecting spiritual potency, spiritual responsibilities. His intelligence, he was transferring so many methodical mind because Tamal Krishna Maharaj told us that he is the GBC parliamentary, he is the #1 contributor to the bylaws of the GBC, and it was confirmed to me by Hridayananda Das Goswami, Los Angeles. I interviewed him. He said, your Guru Maharaj is the #1 parliamentarian in our history. So Prabhupada was starting empowering him. So then Aditya Maharaj says, I want you to please help me because he's an eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya. Do you all know that that statement from Prabhupada rocks the world of Vaishnavas? In the whole world, they were all stunned. Wow, Jayapataka Maharaj, Prabhupada said this about him. No one will doubt Prabhupada's statement. No one would dare to say no. Because actually Prabhupada, what need he has to say that if it's not accurate? But Krishna started revealing to Prabhupada who is Jayapataka. And then when he comes to India, he gives during Radhastami the sannyas ashram to Guru Maharaj when he was 21 years old. And Guru Maharaj told me one time, he remained humble, simple as he is, that one time Prabhupada woke up in his room and he found that two sannyasis were sleeping in front of the door. One is Gargamuni Maharaj and one is Jayapataka Maharaj. He says, why you are sleeping here? No, Srila Prabhupada, don't worry, we are just waiting to see if your divine grace needs anything. We are just here to receive orders from you for any seva. Guru Maharaj told me that Prabhupada was very satisfied with the reply. And he says, this is what I want from you. That is the real attitude of a devotee. I forgot to say that Guru Maharaj told me once in Montreal, he stayed 16 hours outside the door of Srila Prabhupada's room. Maybe he was writing Prabhupada or something, to receive orders or request any service from Srila Prabhupada. 16 hours. So you see how Guru Maharaj started being trained personally and protected by Prabhupada. So I need to make this intro because many sometimes have certain doubts. So this is going to boost the faith of all of you in Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. You get my point? Am I right? Are you all happy with the narration? Are you satisfied? Do I match the expectation? It's too early to say. After 1 hour we talk. Yes. Just till. One time, I was too much against Guru Maharaj eating sweet and all these things. The year he had a stroke, by the way, and they did I don't know how many hundreds of cakes for the Vyasa Puja, and they put like pieces from like hundreds of cakes, and that all are equal, like 2 kgs of cakes, and Guru Maharaj started eating, and I said, Guru Maharaj, please no, please like this. He was annoyed by me. He says, he looked at me very serious. It's my birthday. I said, okay, Guru Maharaj, it's your birthday. One day in a year, allowed. Thank you. Jai Jagannath. Jagannath, the presiding deity of the rest of the time. Then, I want to ask me later about Lord Jagannath and Lady Subhadra. You ask me, not now, later on, because I forget. You see, I don't write, I don't bring points, I don't prepare myself. Whatever comes, I will talk. Raganugi, let it be like this. We are not in a university class of theology. Oh, this question, that question, I'm not in that mood. It's not bad, but I'm not interested. I'm interested to shake your heart and shake your mind. I want you to be connected. Do you feel connected? That is, if I sit here like a teacher and talk in philosophy and you might be bored and sleep even in the class. But here you remain awake. Yes or yes? Yes. Mr. Vice President, are you happy?
Very happy, very happy.
Where is Anukulya Prabhu?
Somebody's passed away.
He's calling. Someone passed away. Whoever is, we pray to Krishna to protect his soul. But he's coming back? Ah. Okay. Then proper avoid sannyas and start seeing this in Guru Maharaj. Then Prabhupada want to build ISKCON Mayapur because the headquarters I think was going to be in Montreal. But then he said no, must be in Mayapur. Because Mayapur is the center of the lotus flower of the Bhakti movement. It's actually the center of Navadvip Dham, but it's the center is very fragile. You see, in other islands, offenses are more accepted, but Mayapur is very fragile. We have to be very careful, very cautious. One time, I think Janamas Prabhu was explaining this to me. And then, I want to tell you something, pause. When they acquired the land, I think Tamakrisha Maharaj helped too much to acquire the land. Hansaduta Prabhu, who was Hansaduta Swami at that time, Hare Krishna, he goes with Srila Prabhupada for the first time in the car to Mayapur. You all listen. Please, you all listen, ladies, girls, bigs, boys, small, tall, all of you. And you use this in your preaching classes. I'm giving you PhD in knowledge. Today, no master degree, only PhD and post-PhD. Bas, finish. I can prove it is like that. I can prove later on, and you will tell me in your analysis if what I'm saying, it is not that category or not. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jagannath, Hare Krishna. So then Hansaduta himself told me, when he went to see Guru Maharaj, I was in the room and I took a video. He even asked Guru Maharaj if an apology is required. Do I need to apologize, Maharaj, for what he has done? He told that to Guru Maharaj. But the point is that he said, I want to tell you something. I was with Prabhupada in the car when we came first time to Mayapur. And we didn't like it. Actually, because when sometimes you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, you think you are going to place very beautiful and everything, but Mayapur was very simple. And what was there? A rice field, open land, no one is land. No one is land. Hare Krishna. Only grass and mosquitoes. Then he tells Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, why we came here? Why we came to Mayapur? Srila Prabhupada told him, we came, here is going to be our headquarters. But Prabhupada, why you brought us here now? Nothing is here. Prabhupada in a very expert way. We came to chant Hare Krishna. And then he retaliates, he argues. But Srila Prabhupada, we can sing Hare Krishna somewhere else. Here is only open field and mosquitoes. He told Prabhupada like this, and mosquitoes. Prabhupada said, you chant Hare Krishna and you will see what will happen. You chant Hare Krishna here and you will see what will happen. You all have gone, or you can go and see what has happened. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You see the reply of Prabhupada. Then Guru Maharaj goes to Mayapur. So you see how I am going to tell you the connection between Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. And Prabhupada start revealing with certain statements how magnanimous is Jayapataka Swami. He gave him the name Jayapataka. By the way, Guru Maharaj is very much connected to Hanuman. Very much. It's not a coincidence that his Guru Maharaj gave him the name Jayapataka, which is on the chariot of Arjuna. You start connecting, I don't know. Then, after the Lotus building was built, one time, Srila Prabhupada went in his room. I don't know if Srila Prabhupada was chanting the Gayatri, because they chant the Gayatri. These great devotees, it's a different way. They transport themselves to the spiritual world. You see the eyes of Guru Maharaj, how they get completely different when Guru Maharaj chants the Gayatri. And then, Hari Om Tat Sat. Prabhupada comes out of his room and start calling, Jayapataka, come. And Guru Maharaj goes very fast. What does Guru Prabhupada needs? He says, look there. Gaunitai are playing with their friends. Such an amazing darshan Srila Prabhupada had, that he knew from his room and says, and Gaunitai wanted to give him darshan. Whom he called to share that mercy to see Gaunitai. Did he call you? No. He called Jayapataka. What that means? Another statement. And Guru Maharaj told me, I did not stood on the level of Prabhupada, I stood out of respect one step back behind him. And when Prabhupada asked me, he says, Prabhupada, I don't know. I cannot see. Where? And Prabhupada turns to him and says, I know you can see, but you will never say. I'm revealing this in front of the deities. I did today. No, today I didn't do, I did yesterday. Prabhupada said, I know you can see, but you will never say. If I would have seen, I could have said. But Guru Maharaj is like, he can control his emotions and ego, and he's not going to promote himself. I know you can see, but you will never say. You see how I'm linking things? How Prabhupada, every time he builds a new foundation pillar, strong, unshakable, no earthquake can damage that building. No earthquake, absolutely. You agree, Prabhu? Do you agree that no earthquake can damage that building that Prabhupada is building for Jayapataka Maharaj's devotional service? Backing him with super statements. You get? Two more things I would say. One time, I told this story today, I wanted to mention. One time, Srila Prabhupada wanted to stay in the rooftop in one of the two rooms, where now Guru Maharaj has the darshan room and his living room. At that time, one was of Bhavananda Maharaj and one was for Jayapataka Maharaj. And for some reason, Prabhupada had to stay in one of the rooms. I don't know for how many days, I don't remember. And then Prabhupada goes up to the rooftop. All you can hear me, no? Are you all connected with me? Anyone sleepy or bored or something? Are you all happy there? Because those who are sometimes far away, but are you well connected? Your ears, your eyes are performing perfectly. Oh, that's nice. Then Srila Prabhupada goes to the rooftop. One time I wanted to modify something. He says, no, don't put anything here. Here were the footsteps of Prabhupada. He used to chant rounds here. Then Srila Prabhupada goes first to the room of Bhavananda Maharaj at that time. Clean, perfect, international standards. The desk empty, only one pen, very clean, very pure. Prabhupada says, wow, very clean. Then Prabhupada goes to Jayapataka Maharaj's room, a normal Indian office, between brackets. Not now the private companies, but then. But Guru Maharaj's room, full of maps, architectural plans, agricultural guidance, and so many things, construction things, everything, books, accounts, this, and preaching, and things for in Bengali, dictionaries, everything was there. So Prabhupada was looking, amazed. And you think that he chastised Acharyapad, he chastised Jayapataka Maharaj because of this? No. Do you know what Prabhupada said? Now I can see where all the work is done. Now I can see where all the work is done. Jananivas Prabhu told me and Pankanjaga Prabhu told me that once they heard Srila Prabhupada saying that if I have to do the same service that Jayapataka Swami is doing, I will do exactly the same. Look at the level of satisfaction and confidence that Srila Prabhupada had for Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. Are you following the statement? Do you agree, Prabhu? You, Prabhu, you agree? Do you understand me? Am I intelligent? That I decided to do it this way. You see, I'm connecting you, I'm grounding you. I'm replying so many questions. When you ask why Guru Maharaj is this and that, I'm giving you the very reasons are there. One time this guy in front of you stood up in Vyasa Puja and said, wow, Guru Maharaj, I can't believe the power of the curse that you absorbed from Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was cursed. by the relatives of his disciples in America. And Guru Maharaj stood and he said, I absorbed the curse. And the curse made from you an international preacher. Guru Maharaj was happy that I spoke about that. And he took the mic and he commented. I said, this has been one of the most powerful things who has charged your batteries. The curse that you absorb from Srila Prabhupada. Because the curse included that Srila Prabhupada will never get a place to stay for so long, that he keeps on moving. Because for them, his Prabhupada stole their sons and daughters from their parents. You get my point? So they cursed Prabhupada, and Guru Maharaj absorbed the curse during a Bhagavatam class. Now you see the potency of the Guru. So when we ask questions, we have some grounded, authentic, genuine knowledge. If I have to do the same service that Jaya Pataka is doing, I would do exactly the same. Do you know the depth, the caliber of such a statement, that a strict Acharya is empowering and praising his disciple? Do you know not only the outcome, the huge impact that this have? Well, Prabhupada did it. This is another statement. These are only those that alive, Srila Prabhupada told, but Prabhupada, during the centennial in 1996 in Vrindavan, when Guru Maharaj was entering the Samadhi of Srila Prabhupada at Krishna Varan Mandir, the voice of Prabhupada came to him and told him, you should be the Siksha Guru of all the devotees in ISKCON, to protect them. So that's why when Guru Maharaj started the contact book and the information, they don't know that this was one of the services that Prabhupada gave him after his departure. They don't know. Let them not know. But Guru Maharaj is very merciful. Listen to what I'm going to say. Your Guru Maharaj never ever had 1 minute alone. He always protected his sannyas ashram. Never he was in undisclosed location. Never. Because sometimes you ask someone, well, I know Gurudev is in undisclosed location. No. Guru Maharaj said in one class, and he told me in person, I repeated that at the disappearance day. No, during the funeral, I was at this ceremony when Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Maharaj, His Divine Grace, the Acharya of the Sri Chaitanya Mission, I was there, and then they asked me, then I represented the GBC and Guru Maharaj. At that time, Bhakti Sharu Maharaj was the GBC. So I read the letter, and I said that Sri Jayapataka Swami Maharaj gave that class, but he told me that first. He says, you cannot be 99% sannyas. Guru Maharaj said, that's why I want you preachers to please communicate whenever you can. Guru Maharaj said, if you are 99% sannyas, it is very dangerous. Because that 1% left is enough for Maya to enter and start doing her work. And from 1%, she can convert it into 2%. And 2% to 3%, and then to 10%, and then from 10% to 15%, and then she can end up destroying your ashram. You get the point? So that's why, Guru Maharaj, I said that class, and many devotees from the Gaudiya Math and from ISKCON, they thanked me for that. So this was something very special that Guru Maharaj told me in person, as well as he said to the devotees who are willing to take the high responsibility of sannyas order. So it is like that. So for me it's very important to point out to this, because this is one of the most important classes for those who wants to take the sannyas ashram. He knew that many attacks would be there, so he knew how to protect himself. From the administrative point of view, from his ashram, as a guru, he says, as a guru, you only should see your disciples as your daughters and sons. Only. Guru Maharaj, one time he was having lunch, and I made him some comment of some people. He says, do you know one thing? Maya runs very fast. She's very fast. And after like 10 seconds, Guru Maharaj looked at me and says, I run faster. I run faster. Guru Maharaj ki. So I feel that I have given a sufficient material to elaborate on the deep connection between the Guru and disciple, between Srila Prabhupada and Srila Acharyapad. Yes or yes? Yes. Now I will start telling you certain special things. Should I start with Bangalore? No, I start with Radha Madhava. So, you know, all those who have seen me in online classes, you must have known what I have said, what I have been telling about Guru Maharaj, no? Any one of you have seen me in online classes? Or just, this is the first time you hear these things? First time? When? Here in Bangalore? 7 years back, he said. But I said certain things? Bhagavatam class, okay. So, no, but these intimate things of Guru Maharaj recently I'm start saying. So, but some people saw me online in other yatras, in other places. How many of you are tired and exhausted and sleepy? Half of you. How we can wake you up? Gauranga! Gauranga! Nityananda! Nityananda! You got awakening. You feel better. You feel better, Prabhu. Wow. So this is Bhakti Shakti. And Guru Maharaj knows the key words. Guru Maharaj one time he gave a class and he says, how merciful is Lord Chaitanya, that in all other processes they give you the hard part first and then the sweet at the end. He says, if you go to the temple, you eat the spicy prasadam first. And then when they want to pacify your tongue, they give you the sweet. But Lord Chaitanya is giving us the sweet before. And the sweet in the form of Mahamantra. But in order to maintain that sweet, there are certain rules and regulations and certain sadhana things in order to maintain the sweet. This, when I have a chance to give a class, I tell you about that part. So one time, we were somewhere in Mayapur, and then we come to Guru Maharaj's room, and Guru Maharaj goes, takes bath, He's chanting Gayatri mantra, and before eating, he immediately tells me, he finishing the Gayatri mantra says, Tusti Mohan, but like a baby face who wants to serve Radha Madhava with all innocency and the will to serve. He said, Tusti Mohan Krsna, call immediately Jananivas Prabhu and tell him that Radha Madhava are feeling uncomfortable and they want to leave. Oh my God, my processor didn't work. How to digest that order? I said, but Guru Maharaj, how is that they are going to leave? I was thinking, the huge Radha Madhava, just imagining the marble deities are going to go. How is that they are going to leave? So much confusion came to my mind. He said, yes, call Janivas Prabhu, he knows what to do. Tell him that Radha Madhava are feeling uncomfortable. This is after he finishes the Gayatri mantra. But obviously we have the small deities of Radha Madhava. But I didn't thought of that at that moment. And then I pick up the phone. At that time there were no cell phones, no phone, normal line except one line and intercom. And I remember the Pujari department is 18. In front of Guru Maharaj, I pick up the phone and dial 18. Usually many brahmacharis they used to reply, but that moment was meant to be that Janivas Prabhu picked up the phone. And you all know Janivas Prabhu is another exalted Vaishnava, highly connected to Radha Madhava. We say in Mayapur, he's an incarnation of a Manjari. In Mayapur, devotees, they comment about Jananivas Prabhu. Prabhupada praised him in person. He said, no comparison, no complaint, a lust-free devotee. Then Janivas Prabhu picks up the phone. I said, Prabhu, sorry to tell you that, but Guru Maharaj is telling me that Radha Madhava are feeling uncomfortable and they want to go out of the temple. Janivas Prabhu replied me, yes, Prabhu, I know, I'm preparing them for a procession. You see, two exalted Vaishnavas, fully connected. Yes, Prabhu, I know, tell Jayapataka Maharaj, and I'm preparing to take them for a procession. So you just imagine that super connection that Janivas Prabhu had and Guru Maharaj simultaneously. That's why Guru Maharaj was eager after chanting the Gayatri to tell me that instruction. How are you, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Jai Ho. Chandigarh, beautiful city. So then, this is one of the intimate connections, and how fortunate I was that I entered into the service, this intimate pastimes of Jayapataka Maharaj, Janivas Prabhu. I entered into that service, that chain of service. And every time I think of that, I see how fortunate I was. One time also we were coming, it was Chandan Yatra. And like 5 minutes before they closed the altar, we could reach the temple, we had darshan, and then when Guru Maharaj woke up, he was crying, tears, a lot of tears coming out of his eyes. And no one dared to ask Guru Maharaj what happens. I was thinking that I did something wrong, or anyone was thinking, so why Guru Maharaj is crying? No one asked any question. So after we went up to the room, and after half an hour, I said, Guru Maharaj, why you were crying? He says, you didn't look at Madhava. Did you see the real beauty of Madhava? Finish. We cannot see what Guru Maharaj sees. One time Guru Maharaj was giving Bhagavatam class. This is the last one I'm going to tell about Radha Madhava. So Guru Maharaj was giving Bhagavatam class. Okay, I wait that those who are moving, distracting the others, finish. Or at least you all pay attention here, please, because I feel motivated when everyone is attentive to the class. I will wait 5 seconds. You finish and sit down, please. Thank you. Then one time Guru Maharaj was giving Bhagavatam class. And among those sitting in front was Jananivas Prabhu. Then out of a sudden, this Vidwan Gauranga Prabhu told me, I'm talking from the Vidwan Gauranga, I was not present. And suddenly Guru Maharaj looked and see Radha Madhava, and he stays like this. And then Jananivas Prabhu, when he sees that Guru Maharaj looking, he also looks at the deities. But he immediately jumps and he runs towards the altar. Guru Maharaj immediately jumped and they run towards the altar. And they close the curtain. What happened, we don't know. But you see the connection? Some service was needed there. They went there. And everyone's commenting, what happens? I never asked this Guru Maharaj, I should have asked him to tell me, because maybe sometimes he tells me, sometimes not. It's 1:30. Are you all happy now? I am going to share with you what happened in Calcutta in 1999 when I came with Guru Maharaj to Bangalore. You will love it. You will love it. So those who are sleepy, get ready. I'm going to talk about Bangalore, okay? I remember that time we went to the main temple and all these things when we came. Sisi Jagannath Balav Subhadra Maharani ki. So that time, it was the first time I fly with Guru Maharaj as a secretary. And I wasn't aware of all the conflicts were here. I'm not interested. Until today, I don't bother myself to go into these problems. I know them, I listen to them, but it doesn't affect me. I decided not to be involved and not to fall into debate with devotees and offenses. I decided not to be involved. Then, at that time, there were no electronic tickets. You have to buy the ticket physically, you have to go to a travel agency, then you come. It's all like manual, slow process. And Indian Airlines doesn't exist. Madhusudan, Indian Airlines exists or not anymore? Because there was Indian Airlines and Air India, two separate things. Indian Airlines still exists? I don't know. Okay. Then, at that day there was little rain in the morning. So I don't know if it was because of that, the Prabhu who was supposed to bring the ticket, he was late, and we left the 3C Albert Road. We have to go to Bangalore, the devotee came late. Guru Maharaj says, okay, you come and travel with me. But we were late. We left the temple very late. And there was a traffic jam. But Guru Maharaj started blaming me. Oh, you are telling me now you are responsible. He came late, I don't know, you are now the traveling secretary. But the first time I traveled with Guru Maharaj, one started loading me. And I'm a person who doesn't take complaints if I'm innocent. I'm talking in front of Jagannath, I was innocent. But Guru Maharaj likes to exercise that Leela in him to blame Tusti Dev for everything. Oh, he's the guilty. You are now traveling, you are responsible. So I said, oh my God. And we were late. And when we were at AJC Bosi Road in Calcutta, I look at the time and in 12 minutes, they will close the gate. We need like 25 or 30 minutes from that place. And I start telling Guru Maharaj, we spend arguing and exchanging arguments the whole journey. And Guru Maharaj like telling me things, I was counter-attacking and he was attacking, I was counter-attacking, defending myself as a fool. I didn't keep quiet because I was innocent. Then, what happened is that I told Guru Maharaj, only 12 minutes left. And we were stuck at that road. And Guru Maharaj really wanted to come to Mayapur, to Bangalore. The day after we had a meeting, an important meeting with the conflicts that were going on. Still, we managed to go to the big temple, to the first temple. Those pictures of Guru Maharaj there, I took them there. Then suddenly, Guru Maharaj, after blaming me so much, obviously he realized no use to keep on attacking Tusti Mohan and blaming. He had to come to a solution. We're left like 10 minutes, but still we need half an hour. Suddenly, I don't know what he did. For 1 minute there was a silence. He put his hand on the car sofa and he turns back to me and says, "Don't worry, we will fly." Put yourself in my place. Mathematical computer analysis. Guru Maharaj, how we are going to fly? We're going to miss the flight. It's departing, now it's 10 minutes. They close the gate because not that you board a taxi, you have to go, check in, transfer, so many things. And distances. The Maharaj kept quiet, and after like 1 minute, he turns back to me and says, "Stop being stressed. No more stress, please. You don't worry, we will fly." And I was amazed. I was saying, "What, Guru Maharaj? Why is confident that we will fly?" Ladies and gentlemen, a storm started. Heavy rain started, but this is not the case. The case that fog came down and embraced the area of the airport and Calcutta Salt Lake area. It started becoming foggy, a dense fog, because water is not a problem for the aircraft to fly, but visibility and this, then it became foggy. Guru Maharaj told me one more time, "We will fly, don't worry." What he did, with whom he spoke, Indra intervened, I don't know. Pray to Nrisinghadev, I think. What happened, I don't know. But then because it was raining, we were later, because the rain and the fog also affects us. But as soon as we reach the airport, I start running, chaka, 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 boom, these ugly old airports with the smell of not naphthalene, kerosene and all these things. I don't remember what they used to clean them. And I reached the Indian Airlines counter. The counter was closed. No staff. But then there was a senior man sitting on a chair like on a corner. I remember very well. I remember the formica, the lamica, the broken wood, everything is like messy and all these things. And then I said, please sir, we have to fly. This, we are late because of the rain and this and that. I said, who is flying? I said, Jayapataka Maharaj. No, Jayapataka Maharaj, no, he always comes late. He never came early to any flight. They already know him. He always comes late, and he starts blaming and shouting and says something. Guru Maharaj still didn't arrive because I ran so fast before Guru Maharaj. And then he started with no, please, I was talking to him. And he was reluctant. Now I can see that he doesn't know who's Jayapataka Maharaj. He also doesn't know who's Tusti Mohan. I started Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jvalantam Sarvato Mukham Narasimham Visharam Bhadram, but with a light speed, Ugram Viram Mahavishnu. Krishna, please help me. Boom! A senior officer of Indian Airlines was on the left side. Old man, above 60. I saw he's a pious man. I said, Krishna, please, Nishingale, please cool him down and please make him soft his heart. And I went to that gentleman and I spoke to him. Please, we have to leave. This is that. Guru Maharaj has a meeting. We got stuck in AJC Bosi Road and this is not our fault. He was also elected because he was afraid of the other one slamming and screaming. And I am from inside, Ugram Viram Mahavishnu, talking few words and chanting mantra at the same time. Like 2 months. Krishna. The guy said, okay, give me your ticket. But how I will give you boarding pass? Who will take the bags? You have luggage? I said, yes, we have 2-3 big bags. And the suitcase and all the cabin bags and all these things. The guy cannot produce a boarding pass because the counter is closed. But he wrote on the ticket and he spoke with a walkie-talkie. And 4 people came because the aircraft is stuck. Fog and rain. So he was very compassionate also. Immediately he brought 4 guys. He authorized us. We took the bags and we ran all the way to the aircraft. The stairs were there still. I'm talking 99. It was not a modern airport. We went there with the rain. And you imagine Jai Pataka Maharaj, the jumbo-sized guru with the stick, chaka, 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 like, go away. Just imagine the scenery. Guru Maharaj like, choo, 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 choo. Taka, taka, boom. We enter the aircraft with the big bags. And the pilot comes out. He says, no sir, we cannot take these bags. Here, because of the balance, whatever it is, and with the rain still, he ordered the staff, the workers to take the bags down, open the compartment of luggage, he loaded the bag, they closed it, and then we entered, and after like 2-3 minutes, the rain stops. And the fog says bye-bye, see you next time. The density of the fog starts getting cleared in 2, 3, 4 minutes. And the pilot says, well, we are ready to fly to the parts. So we could come to Bangalore. And then, at that time, we stayed 1 week here. That time that I only took mango and chapati and yogurt. Because all was made with the nuclear bomb sauces and chilies and masalas. Even one time Mataji gave me water with the spices. I said, Mataji, what is this? No, this is kurida. I don't want to be kurida. Stop punishing my tongue, please. So, yeah, I really like, that moment I never forget. And because we are in the house of Jagannath, I told this story today because I have to say 3 things. So one time there was a program in West Bengal in one of the towns organized by Namahatta. You listen, guys. There was a program and you understand how close Guru Maharaj is to Jagannath. When I was with your Rath Yatra in Chandigarh, Guru Maharaj was there. As I said, Bhakti Kirtan Maharaj says he is the Maharaj festival #1 in the world. Guru Maharaj pulls people. Then Namahat organized a Rath Yatra in one of the towns, and West Bengal means is like Bihar also. Thousands and thousands out of nothing they come. Then, there the weather is unpredictable. Like recently, a few days happened during the Vyasa Puja. Nothing is there, boom, and suddenly a storm or a rain comes. So at that very town, everyone is getting few minutes to start the Rath Yatra according to the timing in the Muhurta. it started raining little bit. It was cloudy, and Bhadrachara Prabhu told me, because I wasn't there, Bhadrachara Prabhu told me, there were dark clouds. The scenery was not ideal. See, it starts raining, but for Guru Maharaj it's like a responsibility. What is this? Ratha Yatra, rain will block things, people will go. Then suddenly they saw that Guru Maharaj goes like 5 meters and he sits like on a bank somewhere, he sits alone. And then Guru Maharaj looked to the sky. He raised his arms and started doing like this. And like this, like this. And then they said, the devotees came and said, oh, what happened with Guru Maharaj? Other people could say that he's mad or something is happening. What is he doing? No one dared to ask him. If I would be there, I would ask. But no one dared to ask Guru Maharaj. But the Sharafu says that after 5 minutes, no clouds, no rain. And we started the Rath Yatra normally. It might be a good connection with Indra or with whom. No, I think that Guru Maharaj prays to Nrisinghadev. He carries on things. One time Guru Maharaj gave me an instruction. Because one time I was sick here at Jindal in Bangalore. I did 21 days therapy. And I end up looking younger and handsome and beautiful. They say, my friends, oh, what is this? You look like 15 years old younger. Anyway, at that time, my body, my ego, my illusory mind, then I go to Guru Maharaj and said, Guru Maharaj, do you know that the yoga doctor there, he was happy with me, that doctor says, are you a sadhu? He asked me, are you a sadhu, sir? I was the only foreigner, by the way. I said, why you ask me? He said, because you always sit alone, you sit in the back, you don't interact. You don't talk to the people here, they come socializing, everything. You know, you have your own nature, own mood. And what are you? Because when we are doing pranayama, I see that you are talking, you are chanting mantra. I said, yes, doctor, because I'm not willing to think in the nothing. I'm against thinking and meditating in the nothing. Because they said, put your mind in blank, don't think in anything. I said, and the blank thing for me are the lotus feet, the dark black lotus feet of Madhava in Mayapur. So I used to meditate starting from the lotus feet of Madhava up and breathing and organizing, and I felt that Lord Madhava and Srimati Radhika and the Astasakis display light from their hands and entering into me and purifying my body and healing me, because I'm diabetic, but after that, I stayed 2 years without medicine. So I took shelter of these yogas and meditation in Madhava and the Panchatattva. And I told Guru Maharaj, please, can you do this? Can I do this for you and this? But this was before the stroke. Guru Maharaj was on the bed, I was telling him. And Guru Maharaj said, never ever engage Radha Madhava in my service. They are in enjoyment mood. They are in the highest mood. Never ever engage Radha Madhava in my service. I'm busy, I'll call you later, Prabhu. If you need anything, you pray to Nrisinghadev or you pray to the Panchatattva, but Radha Madhava, nor for me, nor for you. They are in the highest position. They are not in a position to serve. If you put in your mind one time that they are going to serve you, it's very dangerous for you. You see the state of consciousness. You see, this is the PhD, Madhusudan. This is the PhD that Guru Maharaj is teaching us. Never ever engage Radha Krishna, Radha Madhava, Radha Gopinath in your service. You just pray. And pray that they accept your service. They are in the highest standard, higher mood. Not in, Krishna there is not in a servicial mood. Although in Kurukshetra, he was the charioteer of Arjuna. But this Vasudeva Krishna is completely different. Radha Madhava's Vrindavan mood is completely different. Everyone is the servant of Radha Madhava, by the way. All the incarnation of the expansions, he is in the highest mood. I really like that instruction. And from that time, I never ever ask any service from Radha Madhava. So please, all you preachers, take this into consideration when you preach. So that's why Guru Maharaj gave me special blessings. Every time I ask something from Lord Narasinghadev, I get reciprocation. Before I used to get, and after Guru Maharaj blessed me, I get more. For everything, including my life, my lifespan, my many things. Now is not the time to narrate these parts. So be connected. See how connected is the Guru, how a pure devotee acts, how he is dear to Srila Prabhupada. How everything, Guru Maharaj told me one time, never ever compare me to Prabhupada. Never, he doesn't accept. It's like he told a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, he told that poet, he says, why write a poem without including Prabhupada? He asked him, you modify it. So that is the potency of a guru, is how much he's loyal and devoted to his guru. Because from where he gets the Bhakti Shakti, from where he gets protection, from where he gets knowledge, from his guru. From where all of you, me, and from where all we get that Bhakti Shakti, from the guru. It is very important to understand how important is Srila Prabhupada's blessings. As I said, he created the real foundation pillars of that building, of Namahata, of congregational preaching. So when you ask from where is the potency, it comes from Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj 2-3 times, he's supposed to have left his body. His blood pressure was 4/2. Still he could control his vital urge. And listen, 5 years back in the Vyasa Puja, at night, I offered my Vyasa Puja homage was at night, because in the morning was full. And I said, Guru Maharaj is with us because of his intense desire to serve Srila Prabhupada. He didn't like it, but he didn't say anything. So at the end of the program, he says, give me the mic. I gave him the mic. He says, I am not here because of my intense desire to serve Srila Prabhupada. I am here only and only by the prayers of the devotees. You see, he doesn't take credit for himself. It is because of the prayers of the devotees. And one thing came to my mind, at Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, in the year 2000, if I'm not mistaken, or 99, I don't remember, Guru Maharaj, the vice chairman of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, there was a Vishwa Hindu Mahasangha there. And then all the Mayavadi gurus, the Buddhists, all the people were there on the stage, and Guru Maharaj was the vice chairman. All they had complaints. All they were putting their cases. One devotee attacked ISKCON Bangladesh and Guru Maharaj has to defend. Otherwise, Guru Maharaj was only telling beautiful stories of the preaching of Sanatana Dharma done by Prabhupada followers in the whole world. Then the program finished, but at that time there were no mobile phones like this. You can immediately record and do things. Then the senior advisor of the World Hindu Federation comes down running where Guru Maharaj is. He said, Jaya Pataka Swami, Jaya Pataka Swami, we need you, we need you. We need to follow you. We are facing big problems in India because people from other faiths and religions, they come and they convert Hindus to their religion. They even pay them money to be converted. But you are bringing people from all over the world to embrace Sanatan Dharma. He didn't say Hinduism, he said Sanatan Dharma. Obviously, Guru Maharaj liked that statement, but he didn't like that he's telling him because of you. And Guru Maharaj said, no sir, it's not because of me. It is because of the Bhagavad Gita and my Gurudev Srila Prabhupada. It's not because of me. So that is the greatness of Srila Prabhupada. What happened with the echo? Anyway, I'm very much honored and blessed to have been here with you, sharing with you pastime, intimate connection between Srila Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj from day one, 1968. We divided it into 2-3 sections. I saw the happiness in your faces. The Bhakti Shakti is present, is widespread. You just take it and take advantage of the unlimited love of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. And if this time, let's say we have 200, next time we have 500 in this class, because everything is blessed and everything is growing, everything is being protected by Lord Nishingadev, and the presiding deity of the universe, which is Lord Jagannath, as we said, is blessing each and every one here. So, I finish for this time. In the next 2-3 days, if any program is done at night, I'm willing to be, even in the morning, so we can continue with more and more things. His Divine Grace Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Maharaj, he was the President Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Mission. Once I went to ask him to give me appreciation about Guru Maharaj, he said, Krishna sent you for my own fortune and benefit, because the most important thing is to glorify a Vaishnava. So Krishna sent you to me for my fortune and for my benefit. And what to say about my very dear Jayapataka Maharaj. So here we are. Guru Maharaj has so many things and so many things to say. One time, Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami, in 2003, or maybe 2002, he said, Tusti Mohan, he was in the Conch building. Can you become my secretary in my office? I need you to make an office like your Guru Maharaj's office. I said, well, Maharaj, I have to ask Guru Maharaj to see. The Filipino devotee was his secretary. What's his name? Bhaktanugraha? He was his secretary at that time. Then Maharaj goes, Gopal Krishna Maharaj goes, but after like few minutes, he comes back. No, maybe 1 minute. He says, no. Please forget that I requested you. You remain Secretary Jayapataka Maharaj is my Siksha Guru. No, you remain. One time he said, I'm a GBC in Mayapur also, but out of respect, I never go to any department, I never ask any question. One time, listen, we finished, but just to finish, Gopal Krishna Maharaj was with Guru Maharaj in the room, and then the Guru Kulis pushing me, please, because if we tell Tusti, Guru Maharaj will come, pushing me to go for a drama at the Samadhi. You are covering, Prabhu. And what is the drama about? Jagai Madai. And then I said, Guru Maharaj, there is a drama, the Guru Kulis are waiting for so long. And I remember Gopal Krishna Maharaj was lying down on the desk, like, and Guru Maharaj sitting on the chair. He says, Guru Maharaj, the drama. Guru Maharaj, they say the drama of Jagai Madai. Guru Maharaj says, you want me to go and see my Lord be beaten? No. And then I said, Guru Maharaj, please you become tolerant. You tolerate and go. And then Gopal Krishna Maharaj says, you are asking your Guru to become tolerant. He said, you are asking your Guru. I said, no, but I didn't mean to instruct my Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, you can tolerate, let's go. I remember that moment very much. Very special. It's a great exaltation of preachers. Built more number of temples for Krishna Maharaj and Guru Maharaj, maybe they are there too. 1 month before his departure, I had the big fortune to be with him, and Mahamantra Prabhu told him, Tusti Mohan Krsna, Prabhu, today he give class here. I was in Radha Parthasarati Mandir. Before I went to Vrindavan and after. And the mercy of the Guru, 26 times they have upgraded me to business of first class. The mercy of the Guru. I have many things to say. Maybe next time we talk. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj 2 times took me with him to Vrindavan in his car and gave me lodging and prasad. And he always treated me as his son. And one time he was so merciful. After parikram, he says, Tusti Mohan Prabhu, can you massage my feet? Wow, such a beautiful service after parikram. One time he did parikram with Guru Maharaj. So it's very special moments. He told me that I was amongst the people who welcomed Guru Maharaj in Montreal. And I forgot to tell you that Gopal Krishna Maharaj told me that Prabhupada once said, Jayapataka asks very intelligent questions in the class. So, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, and all glories to all the Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Prabhus. We spoke for
1:40
almost 2 hours, without translation, equals 4 hours of translation. Hare
Hare Krishna. I wanted to ask you all if I had a good time, but I think at best Prabhu asks it so nicely. So you can ask them if they had a good time.
Are you happy? Do you feel more intelligent now than before?
You don't know to speak all through when he's going to speak. I've had a lot of questions for many years, but a formal class that having sat and learned, he said he's going to shake up with his heart, and that's what he's done. Thank you very, very much.
Yes. You always, when you sit down in Bhagavad class, you open your heart, so the neurons of your heart also gets activated, and you develop love. You all have, I don't need to teach anyone. Many of you are more senior than me, and you have done many, many services. I'm not a preacher, by the way, but I'm a good narrator, telling stories. I'm a storyteller then. No? So I'm happy that you all are happy. The most beautiful thing is to give happiness to others. The first question asked me, Jaya Pataka Swami Guru Maharaj, in my life, in the car that went to pick him up from the airport, the first question asked me, why you look happy? I said, it's my birthday. They gifted me Radha Kunda water, and I went to pick you up and meet you for the first time at the airport. What else I need? So that day, the connection started. And I became a disciple that day, by the way. And the second day at the airport, I was farewelling Guru Maharaj, October 22nd. He says, I wish I could have more money to take you as my secretary. That day, so just imagine. 93, 32 years back. So thank you, Prabhu. Says, oh no, sorry, I should not thank you. Why should I thank you? What you have done, nothing. I will congratulate you for being here. Congratulations is better than thank you. Congratulations for you for engaging your senses. We are in a society, in a system where we don't freeze our senses, but instead we engage our senses. We are busy from morning till night because we are in the movement which is inherent to the nature of the jiva, which is dynamic, active, action, and always in the mood of serving. Hari Hari, thank you very much. I am so happy to see you. Hare Krishna. Any question, any comment?
When can we have Bhagavatam class from you?
When?
Can we have Bhagavatam class from you?
Well, tonight I'm going to give class. If I sleep here, we can do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm free till night, but Tuesday I'm not in Bangalore because I have 2 programs and they're going to bring me back on Wednesday morning. So tomorrow, if I sleep here tonight, I cannot confirm when I'm going to sleep because I have program 1 hour away from here. So if I sleep here, definitely tomorrow we can have a Bhagavad class and we talk about the love of Krishna. Whatever is the verse has to be on bhakti. I don't care about Gyan, you can go to university, you go to MIHE, you go to Vrindavan Institute, you learn slokas, you memorize, I'm not interested, I'm not into that. I gave a class on Nishingadev to 4,000 or 5,000 people in Abu Dhabi, and there was another disciple giving class. He was like a school teacher and asking things. I said, sorry Prabhu, I'm not interested to give class like this. I will say only, if it's not because of the love of Prahlad, Nishingadev wouldn't have come. So please, I want to start talking about bhakti, all the potency of love that made Mahavishnu to appear as Nishingadev. This is what I care about. Our movement, Prabhupada, he did a simple Bhagavad Gita. Many scholars, they did something more articulated, more philosophical. How many people were converted? Nobody. But who was expert in extracting bhakti from the pastimes of Krishna, this is a real pure devotee. This is Narada Muni. We are in the mood of Narada Muni. You get my point? So today's Bhagavatam class that I gave, it was to understand how Devarishi Muni, how Devarishi Narada Muni, Prabhupada talks about him that he's such a pure devotee, he can be a great philosopher. Who does not have Krishna in the heart and the mind is not a great philosopher. Village. So only please develop bhakti and love. This makes you, purifies you and makes you advance and makes you connected to Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Mataji's, anyone would like to share realizations of today's class? Mataji's are silent. A miracle is going to happen. Okay, any Prabhu would like to say anything? If there is anything, the mic is here. I'm here, I'm going to stay here for the next 15-20 minutes. Thank you very much. You look very smart and intelligent. Are you an executive? Are you a servant? No, that is special servant. What's wrong to be a servant? Special servant. Yes,
Yeah, general question, not from this session, a general question. Many times I see that some of the things by some of the devotee, it appears inhibiting the bhakti itself.
In what?
It obstructs the bhakti process itself.
Uh-huh.
So how?
Well, because we are contaminated. I will explain this, how to do. I will tell you one thing, is that you are dirty, and you go to take shower. But maybe from the door of the bathroom to the showers, the path is not so clear. And you step into the shower, and before switching on the tap, someone might come and say, hey, you are dirty. But then he will tell you, okay, but I stepped into the shower and start my process of cleansing. So some people, because of their ego, their pollution, at the beginning, their profile is to obstruct the bhakti things. Sometimes you pray for the Shingale. Guru Maharaj, sometimes he keeps quiet. He leaves to see Krishna, what is he doing? And I have a problem with one of my friends in the Middle East. I'm just waiting to see what Krishna will do. I went to Mahadev, I went to Meenakshi in the temple, Sri Rangam, and I told I have a problem with that person. I spoke to the Lord. I'm going to expect what the Lord will do. Then I have plan B, plan C, plan D. Guru Maharaj in management, he had given me one advice. He says, that is the best thing is not to be a boss, but to have a team to decide. So your responsibility decreases, and you have less problems from that person. I came from one temple, they had a lot of problems, I came from another temple. So this is inherent of human nature. So sometimes specifically, one can give some guidelines in case we know. But in general, this is the mood. Sometimes preaching is better. If you tell the person that this is Prabhupada's movement, you are hurting yourself, you are creating anxiety in devotees. If you make him aware of the negative impact of his behavior and not